It's good morning, William Farris. Welcome to Yellow Shelf.
Hi, thank you, Joanna. Appreciate you having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Congratulations. Your book, Where Are You From, is out now. Tell us, yeah, what a great cover. Tell us all about the book.
Thank you. So this book is a long time in the making. It's something that I've wanted to do for a couple of years now. It took me about a year and a half to do it, but it's the story of a young boy, Max, who's traveled all across the world. And he finally comes back to, in this case, the U.S. And he's in school, and a friend of his asks, "Where is he from?"
Yeah.
Which is ostensibly a rather simple question, but for him, it's comes with a complicated answer. And so it follows the story of Max and his journeys all across the world and the different places he's been and what they've all meant to him. And he tells his new school friend, all the things that he took with him from every place that he's been. And so it kind of challenges the notion that home is a single place or one idea. And so it's this story of Max telling his friend, where he's from.
Yeah. And look, it's a children's book, it's
Yeah.
a picture book. It's a book that's I guess the aim is to spark that curiosity, particularly in children, around the world we live in and different cultures and an interest in that space. I think you've done so well in writing the book.
Thank you.
William, tell us a bit about you because we were laughing. I'm here in Australia now. You're in Malaysia at the moment, but you're Texas born. Tell
Yes.
us about you as an author and your travels.
Yes. So, yes, I'm currently living in Australia with my family, my wife and our two boys, originally from Texas. So that is, home for me, I suppose. That's where I'm from. And, because of my job, we have traveled all across the world over the past 10 years. And some of the inspiration for this book has been those travels. And more importantly, just watching our children kind of reconcile the idea of home and where they're from. And so their friends at school, they ask them where they're from, and I see this moment of hesitation in their eyes where they don't know whether to say, well, I'm from America, or I've
Yeah.
also lived in Africa, or I've lived in Asia. And so it's just the inspiration was watching my own children kind of have these discussions with their friends and trying to figure out where they're from and understanding that you don't have to have one place that you're from, that you can go to these different places around the world and have these wonderful experiences and meet people and cultures and eat amazing foods. And you get to choose kind of what all of those things make up your identity.
Yeah.
And so for me, just traveling all across the world, watching my family interact with these different cultures and places we've been, that's just been one of the greatest experiences of my life. And so in writing this book, I just wanted to start that conversation amongst children, amongst parents. And it is a children's book, obviously, but hopefully it's one that parents will read to their kids and it starts conversations about identity and where you're from and where you want to go and what you want to do. So it just opens up that space for parents to have the conversation with their children of there's a big world out there and you can
Yeah.
explore it if you want to. And also to keep in mind that things might not always be so simple. When you see somebody in front of you, they have a past and they have experiences, and be curious about that and ask. So yes, I
Yeah.
am from Texas, and my extended family is still in Texas. And so we do often go back there, and it's fun to watch my kids interact with their cousins and the cousins who have lived in Texas all their life, and that's all they know. And it's just different experiences and different lives, but
Yeah.
one is not better than the other. So it's just kind of an ode to my children, but also an inspiration to people to have those conversations and keep an open mind.
Yeah. And look, you're absolutely right. I was in a social setting on the weekend and I asked the question of some adults who I met, where were you born? Where was home for you? So it's about curiosity no matter what age. But what your book does is
Right.
really nurture that in children. So well done. William, would you write again?
Thank
Is there
you.
more books to come? Like, what's the plan there?
I think I have ideas. I have some
Yeah.
ideas. As I said, I think part of another thing that I wanted to achieve in writing this book is it's a daunting thing just to think of writing and
It is.
publishing a book.
Yes.
Um, but I wanted to inspire other people if they have ideas and they think it's too hard or I have a full-time job and I still was able to
Yeah.
write this book and publish it. So I wanted to inspire people to write and kind of pursue that passion. And I have some other ideas, some other
Yes.
children's book ideas, I think,
Yes.
and having understanding the process a little bit better now. I think a couple things I
Yeah.
would tweak. But I certainly want to write again. I don't know when that will be, but I certainly want to write again. I think I have the bug, and so I'm looking forward to pursuing some of these other ideas I have. Yeah.
Oh, look, thank you for sharing that journey story as an author, because I think so many
Yeah.
people might secretly have, some passion there, and it's always good to hear from authors. If you do write again in the future, no matter when it is, I would love to have you back on Yellow Shelf too. So now, William, let's talk about if we're curious about the book. It's available on Amazon, so I'm going to put some links in the show
It
notes.
is.
Yeah, and it'll be, yeah, easy to connect with your author page on Amazon as well. Thank you so much for joining
Yes.
us. All the best.
Thank
Cheers.